Falls Baking Company is located in Fergus Falls, Minnesota, and we're about a mile from downtown Fergus Falls. And we also have a store in Battle Lake, Minnesota. Both of us grew up in Minneapolis, and in 2000 we were just sick of living in the city, dealing with the traffic and driving to work for 45 minutes to go 5 miles. So we moved up here, and I worked for my cousin at his bakery, and they sold and we opened up. So that's how this all came about. In the cities, I was a mortgage banker, and my wife Tracy was a network administrator. And just we're both sick of, I guess, corporate careers. Wanted to try something different.
When we were living in Minneapolis, we would come up here and go camping at Glendalough State Park. We really liked the area. And then we got sick of living in the cities. And Scott's cousins, Pam and Tom Goebel, owned City Bakery in downtown Fergus Falls. So they needed help and we wanted to move. So we moved up here in 2000 and started working at City Bakery with them. And then they retired and sold the place to someone else, and we wanted to do bread versus they do donuts and frying. So we started our own business making the bread in August of 2005. Before we moved up here, I worked at a home healthcare agency doing their computer network, and Scott worked at a mortgage banking company doing mortgage funding and mortgage banking. And we just got sick of the cities and sick of the traffic and all the people, and really liked up here in Otter Tail County.
We decided to open a store in town because when I worked at the other bakery, I was making all kinds of bread, and then I wasn't doing that anymore. And I was making bread at home and selling it to friends of ours. So then we got enough of those people involved, and they all said it was great and try it, and so we did. So in 2006, we opened up, and it went gangbusters ever since. Our original plan was to sell 75 loaves of bread a day, and we instantly went over that, so it's been a good move. I like working with the dough, making the doughs, shaping the doughs, and then all the customers, just nice to get positive feedback. Everyone likes our bread, so that's nice to hear from everyone.
Our baguette and our French are pretty unique, and that's like the base of the other breads. He went to school to the San Francisco Baking Institute, and I think it was a full 2 weeks on just baguettes. So once you get baguette down, then you can expand from there. So we do those, and then the baguette is kind of the base dough, and then we add like garlic parmesan. That's one of our best sellers. Also, for a whole grain bread, our Dakota bread, which is a whole wheat and white flour bread, and then with seeds in it. That's our best seller of the whole grain bread. So pumpkin seeds, sunflower seeds, poppy seeds. The other good sellers, we make a sourdough every day that we have a whole different starter for, a dough starter.
Some of the recipes I got from a school I went to in San Francisco, and other ones I just have adjusted those formulas and made them up, added seeds or honey or whatever. And we go to other bakeries and look around and see what they have, and if it's something we like, we try and replicate it or make something similar. Oh, my favorite kinds of bread are the Dakota, Crazy Walnut Wheat, and French Boule, I would say. It's just a plain, basic white loaf that's good with everything. We traveled to Italy and Had a lot of great bread there, and that was very inspirational. They don't have a lot of the flavorful breads. We just decided to do that because I saw a bakery like this in Ashland, Wisconsin, and they had some of the same recipes that we have. So just traveling around and seeing different forms of bread, not just standard like Wonder Bread. In the mornings I wake up, get up about 4 o'clock, get here by 5. Then the doughs were made the day before. So we take the doughs out of the cooler, cut them up into the right size portions, pre-shape them. They rest for 20 minutes. Then we shape them the final shape, and then they rest for an hour and 15 minutes. And then it goes in the oven for 25 to 30 minutes. And it's done. We use it's European style bread. We use couches the bread rests on the couche, so it keeps its shape. It's just the next loaf over holds that shape. And we do some pan bread, but couches, so it's all slow fermentation, and it just gives the bread more flavor and texture, especially making the dough the day before. That adds a lot of flavor and texture. Just more time allows the yeast to do its work slower and produces a richer tasting loaf.
Bread is our main product, but we also have granola and granola bars, and we sell a lot of those. We sell sweet stuff bars, raspberry bars and date bars, pecan bars. Cookies, we make cookies every day. Our Monster Cookie, which has chocolate chips and M&Ms and oatmeal, we make that every day and sell a lot of those. We've expanded to do biscotti, a couple different kinds of those, and then other grocery goods that go with bread, honey and jams and cheeses.
Yes, doing this is very rewarding. Just like I said, the customers come in, everyone really is great. You know, there's never an unhappy face in here. Everyone's happy to be here, and it's fun working with different people, and it's just been great. It's working with my wife. It's a nice team thing. I do most of the bread baking, and she manages all the stuff out here, and it's been a great learning experience too, just starting a business. I like making bread better than being a mortgage banker. It's moving around and doing stuff and creating something that's an expression of you, I guess. So it's nice, it's fun. It's fun, that's the really nice thing. Opening in Fergus Falls has been a good move for us. Very supportive community. There's a lot of artists around and a lot of people that want to have unique, great bread and willing to give us a chance. I don't know, that was lame, but...
I mean, we've been open 10 years, and we have a lot of great customers who've been coming every other day for 10 years. So that's really nice. And when we first opened, we did some advertising, but we really didn't have to. People just came. It was really nice, yeah.
I would say if you're thinking of leaving Minneapolis or whatever, a bigger city, and moving to a small city, I'd say it's a good move. Everyone's very friendly. You meet people. I don't know, I think it's easier to meet people and just form relationships with people. Yeah, there's a lot of opportunity here. I think it's easier to start a business. In Minneapolis, the rent would be way higher, and it's a good environment. We got a loan from West Central Initiative, which provides gap funding for small businesses. So we got a loan from the bank, and then we also got a loan from them. We would have never known about anything like that in Minneapolis. So yeah, it's small town. It's great because you get to deal with people face to face and get to know them.